or Ayushman, all the young actors or the senior actors. And that's been, of course, it's been a longer journey, but it's been a journey that did realize. And which industry is easier? Nothing is easy. I mean, so many people sitting here, they would agree that no profession is easy.
So it's been fulfilling.
Of course. But I'm very greedy. I need a lot more.
Absolutely. We should continue to be greedy. I think that's the best trait to have. And Alia Bhatt, Zoya Akhtar, everybody says that comes when you get some kind of support. Have you at any stage during your journey in film industry, not just Bollywood, but down south as well, felt that perhaps you needed a mentor, someone who could hold your hand through?
There are days that you may feel like that, but not really. Like I said, that when I started, I didn't know that you need a mentor. So I didn't even know that you have to be in Bombay to get work in Bombay, And support could be, I think what you truly need is support. Now, whether that comes from the industry or comes from your family, it doesn't matter. And I had immense support from my family. I mean, they never told me that, you have only this much time, or there was no pressure on me. And I think that's sort of a comfort coming from people who you truly love, gives you a sense of belief in yourself, and then you just go all out. Like, I'm really telling you, I had not an iota of doubt that I will not be able to make it without help. So I thought, I'm auditioning, I'll crack it. As simple. And the simpler you keep your thoughts, I think the simpler it turns out to be.
And is this the best time to be in Indian cinema or Indian television industry, if I say
agree.
it? Because there are OTTs and there are a number of roles which are women-centric.
Absolutely. I think it's a great time because the kind of scripts that are being written, the roles that are being written, you see so many women actually shouldering films, and it's amazing. And the audiences are sort of, giving them love. I think that's most important.
And Rakul, since you have worked in both the cinemas, although everything should be coming under the larger umbrella of Indian cinema rather than Bollywood, Southern cinema, when you look at the successes that has been associated with South recently, RRR, Bahubali, Pushpa, do you at some stage think that perhaps it's good that you can, perhaps navigate both the worlds very beautifully?
Of course, it feels great that you've been a part of the southern cinema, whether it's Telugu films or Tamil films. When I was working there before I forayed into Bollywood, I was immensely blessed again to work with the likes of, today you're talking about Pushpa, whether it's Sukumar sir as a director, or Allu Arjun, Mahesh Babu, Ram Charan, NTR. So I had worked with all of them. And it makes me feel great that, I've seen the sensibility of that cinema. I am doing this. Today, there's more experience that I have when it comes to two schools of cinema. So it feels great to be a part of both.
So there is an evident north-south divide.
We create the divide. There is no divide. Internationally...
Hindi, non-Hindi divide.
I don't agree in it. I don't believe in it because I'll tell you, we as... whether media or actors, are the only people who have this conversation. As audiences, they want to watch a good film. A good film could be a Hollywood film, a good film could be a Marathi film, or a Punjabi film today, or a South film. I think the boundaries are so blurred that the audiences don't really care as long as the film is good.
So when you pick up any script, what is the idea that goes on in your mind? Is it about the production? What is the scale? Or is it about the content? And what will be your role?
It's a permutation, combination of everything, a couple of things. Sometimes it's about the actor who's in the film. I'll be very honest, sometimes you want to work with certain people. Sometimes it's the director that you want to work with. Sometimes it's the role that really excites you and you're like, this is something I really... There's some gut feeling that goes in you and says, chalo, ye to karna hai,
Okay. So let's continue this conversation with three women achievers. All of them are self-made. Shilpa Rao, the famous voice behind Besharam Rang among several songs that she has sung, but shouldering the magic along with Shah Rukh Khan. Is women hockey member, someone who it has been kind enough to give us time today and has a stadium named after her in Raebareli. Rani Rampal, thank you so much. Vineeta Singh, her journey begins with 1 crore offer that came from a multinational. She refused that, and then she went on to set up her own empire, a woman entrepreneur to reckon with. 500 crore, $500 million. That's the number that we are looking at. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you. Please. शिल्पा, शुरुआत कैसे करें? कौन से रंग से शुरुआत करें? क्योंकि शिल्पा, सवाल ये है कि 1000 करोड़ की जीत तो हुई, वो तो शाहरुख खान का एक मैजिक था और शिल्पा राव का दूसरा मैजिक. बेशरम रंग तो था ही.
So what is the question? Please get to the question.
नहीं, the question is, so शिल्पा राव ने जब बेशरम रंग गाया और माहौल बनाया, तो क्या आपने सोचा था कि 1000 करोड़ होगा?
ये numbers हम नहीं करते हैं. Numbers वो स्कूल के लिए था. But the only thing that we feel is that now when you say this, you sang this song and you look at the faces and you see this smile on the faces and the joy, and this is what we sing for. So if that's not there, there's no point in that 1000 crores. This is what we sing for, actually.
But yeah. I'm sure you're looking at the anticipation also that is there regarding that song. And if you have a Shilpa Rao here...
That's why I always sing it at the last, when I want to leave. So because if I sing it right now, everyone's going to leave. So
No, sure not. Okay. And Rani, I interviewed you after you had returned from Tokyo Olympics, you and your entire team. It was about the journey of several phenomenal women. And when you look at the journey of multiple other women and in the field of sports, it's been one hell of a journey for women in sports in India. कैसा लगता है कि वो बस जज्बा है कि कुछ करके दिखाना है?
First of all, I would like to thank News18 for giving me this opportunity on this great platform. Sports एक बहुत different field है, and especially आज तो women's हर field में बहुत अच्छा कर रही हैं. Like अगर हम 20 साल पहले की बात करें, तो शायद women's के लिए sport नहीं बना था, But over the years, अभी women's जो है मुझे लगता है स्पोर्ट में अगर हर ओलंपिक गेम्स में हम देखें तो वुमेन ज़्यादा डोमिनेट करती है, ज़्यादा मेडल्स जीतती हैं, स्पेशली कंट्री लाइक इंडिया. सो आई थिंक वो बहुत बड़ा चेंज है. एक तो डेफिनेटली जज्बा तो चाहिए आपको स्पोर्ट खेलने के लिए या कोई भी काम करने के लिए. बिना विल पावर जज्बे के तो नहीं होता है, पैशन के. बट आई थिंक जब वुमेन स्पोर्ट में कुछ अच्छा करती है ना, इन द सेंस कि वो इंडिया के डिफरेंट पार्ट में जाते हैं. जैसे मैं हॉकी टीम की बात करती हूँ, अगर हमने टोक्यो ओलंपिक्स में 4th फिनिश किया एंड वी आर 18 प्लेयर्स, 18 प्लेयर्स डिफरेंट पार्ट से होते हैं इंडिया के. कोई हरियाणा से, कोई पंजाब से है, कोई झारखंड, उड़ीसा. तो इमेजिन कि वो लड़कियां जब अपने स्टेट में वापस जाती हैं तो वो कितनी लड़कियों को इंस्पायर करती होंगी, सो डेफिनेटली इंडिया को तो इंस्पायर करती हैं लड़कियां. बट जब इतने सारे प्लेयर्स अलग अलग स्टेट्स में जाते हैं, अलग अलग गाँव में जाते हैं जहाँ पे कोई सोच नहीं सकता,
सारे बैकग्राउंड से आते हैं,
ऐसे बैकग्राउंड से आते हैं, देन वो एक बिलीव आप बाकियों को भी देते हो कि अगर ये लड़की एक गाँव से उठ के कर सकती है तो डेफिनेटली मैं भी कर सकती हूँ.
Vineeta, that journey that we keep talking about, and I'm going to ask all of you to share your stories and Shilpa as well. But Vineeta, after IIM Ahmedabad, there are very few who will say, मैं 1 crore की job नहीं करूँगी, 10,000 rupees का अपना self का business करूँगी. But you also had a very tough time, particularly when you realized that the only way investors were looking towards you and your company was only when you got married, and it was your husband who was fronting that.
So, जब 23 साल की उम्र होती है एंड लाइफ में कभी कुछ कमाया नहीं होता है तो समझ नहीं आती है 1 करोड़ सैलरी की वर्थ. तो दैट टाइम इट्स मच ईजियर उसको छोड़ना. फिर जब 15 years लग जाते हैं बिफोर यू आर एबल टू पे योर सेल्फ दैट मच, दैट्स व्हेन यू लर्न द वर्थ ऑफ 1 करोड़. पर जब 15 years later you can pay yourself, and along with yourself you're writing the paychecks for 4,000 other people, which includes 3,000 women, so many of them sole breadwinners of their family. So then you feel that the now 17 years ki journey has been worth it. So of course it's been very tough. India mein 2007 to 12 phase mein, it was very hard for startups to raise money. Abhi to bahut fundraising easy ho gaya hai, but it was so hard. But women ke liye it was even harder. Not just in India, globally, sirf 2% of the capital goes to women-led businesses.
And so, Shilpa, you know, we have had women playback singers. And they have, does it make easier for women who come after them because they have covered some distances that you don't have to?
I think every generation have their own easy, routes already done for them. And some things that are difficult also. Because I never thought I would be singing on Instagram, or I would be singing and my song is going to be on YouTube, because that's not what I learned. But now you have to incorporate all of that. It's not that, ye nahi karna hai. You don't have a choice. So obviously, the one thing that I definitely feel is that you need that purpose, right? Of why you do this, because कल को सोचिए अगर social media नहीं रहा, क्या मैं गाना गाना बंद कर दूँगी? That's not possible. The whole love for what you do, irrespective of anything, that's very important. And
but social media also makes you instant stars. आप जल्दी से overnight fame हो जाता है, लेकिन वो sustainable है या नहीं, that is also, that depends a lot on talent, that you are able to sustain that.
It's not just talent. It's I think you need to work hard every day. That's one thing when you look at someone like Mr. Bachchan or Meryl Streep or someone, they work every single day. And why not? I don't think this is work. I think I've been on a vacation for the past 17 years. I've been doing this. And we're having a vacation right here, right now, where we're talking about our vacation and how we holiday every day, because it's not work. This is what we love to do. So if you're not in love with your vocation, then you've made a wrong choice.
Are there some moments where you realize that perhaps as a woman, if you put in extra, work harder, then you'll be recognized more? That's a question to all of you. Okay, because you have it tough, यहाँ तक पहुँच गए, आगे बढ़ने के लिए और मेहनत करेंगे तो और आगे जाएंगे.
But आगे success, contentment, happiness की definition सबकी अलग होती है.
No, I'd like to just add to that. Like, I feel if we as women start thinking that because we are women, we have to work extra hard and start giving ourselves that emotion and feel like we're the weaker ones, then we're already believing that we're the weaker ones. I don't know if, it made a difference. I mean, I'm from an army background and I had an upbringing of an equals. I never thought कि औरतों को कोई भी चीज़ कम मिलती है, लड़कियों को कम मिलती है. So I think we as women of today need to believe that, see, irrespective of whether you're a girl or a boy, you have to work hard, and even extra hard if you're taking the road less traveled. Anyone here would agree, people sitting in the audiences, anyone who's tried to break through, done something which is out of the ordinary, has to work hard, whether it's a man or woman. So I think we all should not have that belief in our mind.
I think the word is equity. Yeah. To be ready for the right opportunity and to give it your all. It could be for a man, for a woman, I think gender neutral.
Yes, and this is the best time to be a woman in Indian cinema. I'm going to ask that question again to you because, as far as sports is concerned, this is definitely a good time to be in. Shilpa, first your response, and then I'll take that forward with Rani.
I think it's a great time because I think we've gone to the times where we had Begum Akhtar ji and Farida Khanum ji and Prabha Atre ji, MS Subbalakshmi ji, Surinder Kaur ji doing their own thing in their own way, having their own voice. I mean, sonically as well as a message. And I think women need to have that voice, especially now. The world needs a voice of love. I think that's a very important voice that we need.
Voice of love.
Love, a message of love. Whatever you do, whatever you whatever film she does, whatever songs I sing, they have to convey love. We need it more than ever right now. Yeah.
Yes, let's spread love. Rani, this is the time also that women IPL is being talked about. You have women who have entered just about every field of sports. There is no untouched terrain anymore. So that question that I asked them about cinema, does it apply also in sports? जैसे अभी आगे वाला जनरेशन उनके लिए तो पूरा हर तरफ ही हरा है.
यस डेफिनेटली आई थिंक जो लास्ट जनरेशन है उन्होंने बहुत काम किया है जो अभी टाइम है उसलिए बिकॉज दे वर्क सो हार्ड कि शायद आने वाली जनरेशन्स को ये सब चीज़ें मिल पाएँ. एंड जैसे आपने अभी विमेन क्रिकेट की बात की कि अभी उनका जो आईपीएल हुआ तो आई थिंक इट्स अ गुड प्लेटफॉर्म फॉर वुमेन कि अभी ये स्टार्ट हुई है दैन इसको देख के आई थिंक बाकी जो स्पोर्ट्स हैं वो भी शुरू करेंगे. एंड इमेजिन कि उस लीग में कितनी लड़कियां गेम खेल रही थी. इंडियन टीम में सिर्फ कितने वुमेन आईपीएल में कितने प्लेयर्स खेले होंगे. अगेन इट कम्स टू इंस्पिरेशन कि वो कितनी वुमेन्स को इंस्पायर कर रहे हैं. एंड व्हेन लोग स्पोर्ट को देखना शुरू करते हैं सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है. देन पेरेंट्स इनकरेज देयर गर्ल्स कि आप भी खेलो कल को आप भी कुछ कर सकते हो. बिकॉज इन माई केस माई पेरेंट्स ऑलवेज सपोर्टेड मी. ऐसा नहीं है लेकिन जब मैंने स्पोर्ट शुरू किया तो कभी उनका ऐसा था नहीं कि हॉकी खेले बिकॉज ऑफ द सोसाइटी एंड ऑल कि लड़की है तो कैसे खेलेगी एंड कल को बैड नेम ही लेके आएगी हम सबको ना. सो आई थिंक वो सब चीज़ें अभी चेंज हो रही है. एंड आई एम सो हैप्पी कि वो चेंज का हमने वो देखा है अपने ना सामने कि हमने वो चीज़ भी देखी है जब लड़कियों को बिल्कुल इंकरेजमेंट नहीं मिलती थी करने के लिए ना. नाउ पेरेंट्स ऑल्सो अवेयर कि लड़कियां कुछ कर सकती हैं स्पोर्ट में. एंड कॉरपोरेट्स और मे बी जितनी भी एसोसिएशंस हैं दे वांट टू डू समथिंग फॉर द वीमेन कि हम लड़कियों के लिए और क्या कर सकते हैं.
And Vineeta, what's your favorite sports? And when you thought about sugar cosmetics, did you actually envisage the journey that it will take?
Firstly, before coming to that, since you mentioned women's IPL, adding to what Rani said, I don't know how many of you saw the women's IPL ka campaign, the 5 captains standing together, and I loved what it said because it said, "Ye to bas shuruaat hai." I think that reflects what women in sports, women in business, women in arts are going to do in the next 3 decades. Ye bas shuruaat hai. Coming to my favorite sport, it's actually now it's running because entrepreneurship is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So I am actually also a marathoner because बहुत साल लगते हैं बड़ा business बनाने में. तो somehow just having the ability to get up and show up every single day really counts. And I think, sorry, what was your last question?
Yes, sugar cosmetics.
Yes. So sugar, I think, we want to be,
Lakme,
अब
L'Oreal.
हमारे जब हमने ब्रांड स्टार्ट किया था तो लोग बोलते थे कि इंडिया से ब्रांड बड़ा नहीं बन सकता बिकॉज सबको चाहिए इंपोर्टेड ब्रांड्स. आज की जनरेशन दे वांट ब्रांड्स मेड इन इंडिया फॉर इंडिया. And I love that because I didn't think 5 years back it would have been possible. So now we have our eyes on the world. We want to be global. We want to make sugar a global brand. And I do feel that in that journey, we'll also see a day where sugar will be able to employ 10,000 women. And I think हम इतनी women rising की बात कर रहे हैं, but real concern इंडिया में ये है कि आज भी 20% से कम workforce women है. And unless that doesn't change, हमारा जो $5 trillion GDP का सपना है वो नहीं हो सकता because there is data that says unless this moves by 10%, $700 billion GDP we are writing off, right? And the only way to bring about that change is more women-led companies because women-led companies employ more women because they are role models for those women. And of course, they create businesses in categories where women like to work, like beauty. So that's my vision, 10,000 women at Sugar. And of course, India having at least 30.
That vision and begin with Rakul Preet. Vision because, this is also the year that 2 women have got Oscars for India. Guneet was on this platform only yesterday. I did speak to Kartiki as well. So what's your own vision for women in India?
Well, like she said, I think she put it beautifully that it can only happen when more and more women start having a voice, a choice to do what they want to do, to live their dream, to be working. So I really feel, I think it starts at the basic, it starts at opportunities being given to women. So my honest vision would be that everyone, whether it's, because any growth we are talking about is pertaining to cities. There are still a lot of areas or cities in India which do not give equal opportunities to men and women. So I feel my vision would be that all those girls should be able to go to school, education, equal opportunity, equal right to have a choice on their career path. And I think from there the change will begin.
Shilpa?
I think a very safe environment.
Yes.
I think
I
that's
agree on
that's
that.
the first thing.
Yes.
You need to be safe in your home. You need to be safe on the street, or when you go to school, when you're with your friends, at your friend's house. I think it's we feel if you're home, you're safe. We tend to forget and overlook those things. I think it's very important for a child to feel safe because childhood traumas go a long way, and most of the women have some sort of a childhood trauma which haunts them through their lives. So I think that's a very important space. And yeah, to give them the freedom to do whatever they want. Even if she doesn't want to work, that's okay. You should be able to stand up and say, I don't want to do this. I want to be home and I want to do what I want. Even that's a valid choice. So let's not undermine women whether they're working or not.
Okay.
I think each woman is great. Each woman has the choice to do what she wants, and it's her right, and it's a human right to feel safe wherever she is.
Absolutely. Yeah. And on that note, Shilpa, I'll end with this conversation with something that is more about celebrating women. Yeah. Let's have that. I mean, any song that you want.
No, in fact, Besharam Rang was that song.
And any of the indie music?
It was a song for anyone to celebrate themselves as they are. चाहे आप जो भी हो. तो एक बात इस गाने की सक्सेस के साथ यही है कि हर आदमी को ना इसकी मतलब समझ में आ गई थी कि दिस इज अ सॉन्ग अबाउट सेलिब्रेटिंग माई सेल्फ अनअपोलोजेटिकली और बेशर्म होकर के. दैट इज वॉट द सॉन्ग इज अबाउट.
प्लीज गो अहेड.
सब गाएंगे यहाँ पर. एनी सिंगर्स इन द हाउस?
I think you should make them dance. I think you should sing and you should dance.
Yeah. So who's up for it?
I'm wearing the color, so I don't need to dance.
है ना.
We have a Besharam Rang here and we should have some dance.
Any dancers, singers in the house? Come on, sir, come on.
I love
Everyone.
that lady in red is a
Yes,
sport.
she's already there. Okay, here we go. Aajao. Yeah, please bring your friends.
And the ones who can't dance can give her a hand.
Basically, it's what? Afternoon, and anyone who feels they want to celebrate themselves the way they are, please join in. Yeah. Aajao, yaar. All the boys. Yeah, please. Yes. Everyone, come on. Should we start the song?
Only 3 people want to celebrate themselves. Others are not happy by being who they are.
I think it's too early in the morning.
Yes.
Huh?
I think it's too early in the morning.
Shilpa,
Yeah.
start.
My mornings have started right now.
Oh, really?
Shilpa, come. Let's
Here we
start.
go.
Yes.
हमें तो लूट लिया मिलके इश्क वालों ने, बहुत ही तंग किया अब तक इन ख्यालों ने. नशा चढ़ा जो शरीफी का उतार फेंका है, बेशरम रंग कहाँ देखा दुनिया वालों ने. हमें तो लूट लिया मिलके इश्क वालों ने, बहुत ही तंग किया अब तक इन ख्यालों ने. नशा चढ़ा जो शरीफी का उतार फेंका है, बेशरम रंग कहाँ देखा दुनिया वालों ने.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Shilpa
guys.
Rao. pleasure having all
Three
of you.
cheers.
I
for Shilpa
really
Rao
applaud
to bring
people
in
who
the
are
energy.
celebrating
Yes.
yourselves. Come on, come on. That's what
Thank
we want.
you so
Yeah, yeah.
much.
Thank you so
Trust
much.
the ladies to bring in the energy in the house. And Shilpa Rao, you are an example for that. Maria, I'd request you to please felicitate all the lovely panelists on stage. Thank you so much, guys, for coming up on this session. Is about the essence of life, water, pani. Now, in September 2022, large parts of Bengaluru were smarting under a wave of floods that brought busy neighborhoods to their knees. Estimates suggest that India will be facing a water shortfall of almost 50% by the end of this decade if the country's current pattern of demand for agriculture, industry, households stays as it is. Now, over the last 8 years, the government has taken this up on a mission mode, Mission Pani. Eventually, the solutions to the problem will have to come through greater people's participation, driven policy approach, and also coupled with powers of technology. So let's hear it from the person who's leading this transformation. Please welcome on stage Mr. Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, Honorable Minister for Jal Shakti, for a conversation with Mr. Aman Chopra for a session on water warriors. Honorable Minister. 3 cheers, ladies and gentlemen.
नमस्कार। इंडिया राइजिंग के सफर को आगे बढ़ाते हुए अब हमारे बीच में हैं गजेंद्र सिंह शेखावत, केंद्रीय जल मंत्री हैं, जोधपुर से सांसद हैं। मैं चाहूंगा एक बार फिर से जोरदार तालियों से स्वागत करिए सर का। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया गजेंद्र जी, आपने समय निकाला और इंडिया राइजिंग में आने के लिए। पहला सवाल इंडिया राइजिंग को लेकर ही, इंडिया राइजिंग, भारत के बढ़ते कदम, भारत इस वक्त कहाँ खड़ा है, खासकर मैं इसकी शुरुआत उससे करूंगा क्योंकि भी 4 दिन पहले आप यूएन से आए हैं, संयुक्त राष्ट्र में वाटर वीक, यूएन वाटर वीक में इंडिया राइजिंग की असली ताकत वहां भारत की दिखी। गजेंद्र जी, माइक सर, माइक।
देखिए, कोई भी देश जब प्रगति करता है, पहली आवश्यकता ये होती है कि उस देश के निवासियों में, कोई समाज प्रगति करे, कोई संस्थान प्रगति करे, उसमें काम करने वाले लोगों में और उसके सहभागियों में ये कॉन्फिडेंस